I mean, we've talked about my first blowjob before, but it was quite the experience. It was.
Sure.
I was getting a blowjob. It was
Which cousin?
wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Well,
It wasn't
this-
You said
so I was
getting.
getting a blowjob, and it was it was the night of the millennium.
A full moon.
Oh shit, bro!
So
you let the ball drop.
We were like, Y2K is gonna kill us all.
yeah.
So we were
we're
upstairs.
cousins.
We're not cousins, dude. We're not cousins.
Okay.
So it's a female. She's not a cousin. We're not related in any way.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so we're getting a blowjob. I'm getting the blowjob.
That seems oddly specific.
We're getting a blowjob. You just said we're getting a blowjob.
All
Were
right.
you 69?
Me.
You said we're.
It
I
is
know
weird.
I did.
So
You're like Venom.
so people. It's high school, right? So people then like find out that I'm getting a blowjob. They like want to like open the door and be dicks about it.
Yeah,
And like,
hello.
yeah.
Sure.
So they're like coming in. So I like move the dress. I'm like trying to move the dresser. And she's embarrassed because people saw us in there.
Adam, this is already sounding like an alibi. Like
Yeah, wait.
I had to move the
I had
dresser
put
in
the
front of the door.
What the?
No, dude.
Gotcha, bitch.
So I'm moving the dresser to try to
What in the Matt Lauer?
block them coming in.
I understand.
She then the story gets even scarier.
I understand it now.
Okay. Then she is wasted. I turn around with my pants around my ankles, and I'm like, "Oh, are we back to this blowjob?" She's nowhere to be found.
Oh, what?
She's disappeared, dude.
She's under the dresser.
No. The window's open.
What?
Oh,
It's
right.
it's December 31st,
Yeah.
1999,
Mm-hmm.
Omaha, Nebraska. It is cold out. It is snowy.
Ooh,
She
frigid.
climbs out on the roof,
Mm-hmm.
climbs to the front of the house. I'm like yelling her name outside, being like, "Come back in, come back in." And then I open up the dresser, and I'm like, I can't find her. I pull the dresser away. The people that were outside were trying to get in. They come in. They're
Where is
like,
she?
"What are you doing in here?" And I'm like, "Dude, I was hooking up with what's her name." And they were like, "Are you jerking off in here alone?" And I'm like,
Mm.
"No, because no
Mm-mm.
one's in the room." And I'm like,
Right.
"No,
Sure.
dude." Ugh. So the whole thing, it's my very first time. The whole thing's fucking ruined.
Yeah.
This sounds
Uh,
like a
Yes. So then I'm
traumatic.
like, I'm just sort of
Traumatic.
fucking bummed about it because it
Mm.
was a magical
course.
moment.
Yeah.
And then I go downstairs. I go downstairs. I'm like, where did she go? Like, I'm looking in the backyard for her.
Where did she go? From here.
Maybe she was your imagination.
She jumps off the roof,
Yeah.
lands on the guy whose house we were partying in, dad's truck,
Oops.
dents his hood of his truck,
Mm-hmm.
rolls off, pounds on the door. She's only wearing a bra, and like her underwear. She
Okay.
yeah she
That pause
is
was
scary.
unbelievable. She's only wearing a bra and underwear
and her underwear, just her bra.
and pants and a jacket.
Oh,
No,
man.
no pants, no jacket. So she's just basically naked out there.
She's in her underwear.
That's wild.
She's pounding on the door. We hear a pound on the door. Everyone's like, "Cops, cops." We turn lights off. Everyone's hits the floor, right? And so now it takes like 5 minutes for us to open the door
Right.
because we're like,
No shoes.
no shoot.
Yeah.
right.
So she's frozen solid. She comes back in. People are like, "Wow, why are you outside without your clothes on?" She's
Adam
embarrassed
threw
to
me
say
out the
She's
window.
embarrassed to say anything, dude.
Why are your lips hella
She's
chapped?
embarrassed to say anything. It was
yeah.
a whole fucking fun. It was a crazy first way to get a blowjob.
Yeah.
Adam threw me out the window. Dang, that's a tough
and-
one to live up to.
Yeah.
When you tell that story, like this time or another time, like as time goes on, do you think maybe like why do you wonder why she jumped out the window?
Well, I was like,
Dude.
is it because she didn't want to be seen hooking up with me? But
Mm.
I don't think that is it.
You want to see it?
So you're doing more of like a process of elimination.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like,
she
what,
was
what?
so humiliated to be hooking up with you, she jumped out of the window.
Or just like didn't want it to be known that she's like, because I didn't.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
like we were dating, or she just was
Right,
like,
right.
"I'm gonna suck your dick," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Say what now?"
Wait.
yeah.
No, the other
I was
part.
I was like, "What? What
What did you just say?
What
Yeah.
did you just say? That? So
That's,
it wasn't like we were dating, or even like remotely dating. It was like I just sort of knew her, as a girl that was in my school. It was
Yeah.
a great.
Dude.
And then that happened a few other times throughout high school where she'd be like, "Hey, do you want to go in this closet at a party?" And I'm like, "I guess. Are you gonna like stab yourself with a hanger or like, or I turn around and you're just in the." You're just in the HVAC. You're just like in an air duct, scurrying away.
God damn.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Mhm.
Well, God bless her.
Yeah, I guess we all are kind of chasing that first experience.
Yeah.